I'm out here in the Florida heat right now, taking some photos with my trusty XA. I know what you're thinking, it's a tiny camera, it's below average, but honestly, this thing packs a punch, guys. So, check out what I can do with it. Because it's not about the size, it's about how you use it, you know what I mean? I mean, without the flash on, it's a baby. Looks like a toy camera. Real quick, I'd just like to thank Rainy Days and William Verbeek and Linus and his camera. They've been my 3 biggest motivations to start this channel. Thanks, guys. I'm doing this for you guys. And for Christ, primarily. But, yeah. So, welcome to my channel. My name is Axel, and I'll be talking about my experience today with the Olympus XA. So, this is my newest addition to the camera collection, and I'm very grateful for this camera. It's my smallest camera. I went from the RB67, which is my favorite camera, but so massive, to the Mamiya 645, then to the Nikon F3, which is my first 35mm camera, and then to the XA. I'm letting her find the good spots to shoot. Where should we shoot? I think she says over there. Yeah. Hey, I don't know. That looks pretty good. I don't think she's lying. Look at all that. Is that right, Comet? Is that right? Is that right? Yeah. Compared to the Yashicas and the Contax cameras and all those really expensive point and shoots, this camera was pretty affordable and kind of worth it. I couldn't do this with the RB67. Now the reason I chose this for this photo walk is because of the size, of course. I mean, I've been harping on the size, but look, it's so tiny. The RB is like 12 times as heavy, dude. But I do sacrifice on image quality. I mean, it does have a tiny plastic lens, but the portability and the ease of use is just so great. I mean, plus I get 36 shots, so I've gotten 38 shots on this, so I'm not complaining about that. I keep coming back to this spot, mostly because of the elephant ears that look freaking amazing. You'll see in a later video that I filmed and made one of the best shots I think I've ever had in the elephant ears. Looked really good, but there's something just with the light bouncing off the elephant ears and just the overall look of it. It just looks like a hidden garden, the Garden of Eden. And you'll get to see later why I chose that spot. So what I was talking about there was my 7 days photography project, my new up-and-coming project on capturing the 7 biblical days of creation on film. I'll probably go over this in a later video, and I still have one more day to capture. Walking around over here just makes me feel like I'm in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and I'm walking through the grass, because look at how amazing those look. I'll get a closer look in a sec. I mean, look at this. Lost the shoot. So after I wrapped up my photo walk in the Florida jungle, I went to one of my favorite local spots to take more photos. I am back here in the Florida heat, and I brought my XA with me again. I'm gonna take some photos just around this nice little town. It's quite beautiful out. It was sunny a minute ago, but I bet the sun will come back. But hopefully the shade will produce some nice images. Yeah, I've just been longboarding around town. It's fun. Take some shots. Longboard, take some more shots. Let's do it. You never really know how cool these places are until you really just walk around and even longboard around. I mean, look at this giant house. It's a beautiful place over here. Let's find some places to shoot. Yeah, a lot of these houses have character. I mean, I like the way it's got the board and everything. I mean, pretty cool house. Let's see how that looks. This giant tree caught my eye. Let's take a photo. I swear, you only find stuff like that in Florida, guys. The rumors are true. I don't know what to tell you. So then, after that weekend wrapped up, I came back to my house to finish the last of the roll so I could develop and show you guys. I think this tree is my favorite photo of the entire roll. It just looks so majestic. What do you think, Comet? What do you think about it? Is it a good shot? Yeah, she doesn't care. Who else sees a face in this photo, guys? I'm not tripping, I swear. Well, that was the end of our roll of Portrait 400. So now I'll go ahead and develop it at my house and show you how I do that. So I develop all my film at home with Cinestill chemicals and a Patterson developing tank, and also a commercial sous vide to heat up the chemicals in a big large pot. And honestly, it's not a very complicated process once you understand what to do. It seems a lot easier than just shipping your negatives out to wherever, unless you have a local lab, which do have better scan or better development, but you do skip out on the process of doing it at home, and you have to wait a little longer. So when I cut out the middleman and just do it myself, it makes it a little better for me, and then I can scan it later after it's dry. Oh, sorry guys. So right now I'm just about to develop some film, and I'm going to load it into my Patterson tank. Now you have to do this obviously in complete darkness, but it gets really easy once you know what to do. So first I need to take my tool, my Ilford canister tool to pop open this Canon 35mm Portrait 400. Then you load that into your spool, put that in the tank, and then make sure you have your cap and screw it on there. And then you take your canister cap and then just seal it up, and then it's ready to go. Easy peasy. So obviously I don't have a dark room in my house, but I do have a bathroom which is pretty light sealed, especially when you close the door and use the shower curtain. Yeah, it's weird, but hey, it works. I got all my stuff in the tub, ready to go, and I'm gonna go seal the door, put a cloth over the door, just be 100% sure light doesn't breach through, and then start to load my film. Easy peasy. Alright, so now that I'm done going to the bathroom, I mean loading my film into a canister in the bathroom, it's time to develop it. Now, I used to just use this big metal pot to heat my chemicals on our stove, but now I got a sous vide that just does it for me, which keeps the temperatures way more regulated than just pulling out a thermometer and saying, okay, I think it's fine, so yeah. So I started to heat my chemicals with my sous vide, and works like a charm. I mean, I know this still makes a dedicated film warmer, but so far this has worked like a charm. So, you like my funnel, guys? I mean, like I said, improvised, but I overcome, so. So, it's time to develop some film. My chems are ready, and now it's time to start with the developer. Now, normally I would use my phone as a stopwatch, but I'm gonna use my watch. So I'm filming my phone, don't judge. Now you're gonna wanna switch this back and forth 10 times when initially putting it in. Give just a little extra and then count every 30 seconds and do the same thing. Then I'm going to do, after every 30 seconds, 4 intervals of shaking it. And I'm going to keep going and count. Forgot to mention, I like to put this back in the water to just keep the chemicals at a stable rate of heat. I got 30 more seconds. I got my funnel ready inside my developer can. I'm about to pour it in a minute. Or I should say, 30 seconds. It's Blix time. Hey guys, this is the longest process, and it takes a while, but it's worthwhile. Very monotonous, I'll say. A lot of counting. It's a good arm workout. Not really, but halfway there, guys. Here comes my favorite part. The rinse. Now I still have one more step to do, and that's just the final wash. And then I'll take you back upstairs and we'll show you the final results. At least this is the quickest step out of all of them. Oh. Let's go. I'm just running upstairs right now to put it back in my bathroom and to dry it up. Just like that, guys, I have all my 39 exposures at my house developed by me. Alright, so I'm getting ready to scan my film with my Nikon D7100 with a Tamron 90mm macro lens. I'm using a DIY copy stand I made a few months ago, and also a Cinestill CS light table, which works really great. And I'm also using a 3D printed film holder I made myself with my 3D printer, and it's been working great. This setup has evolved over time, of course. I used to use actually a tripod before I made my copy stand. I will link a video in the description below on how to make one. Right now I'm in Lightroom and I'm changing my negatives to positives. Now I know most people use a plugin like Negative Lab Pro or something else, but I have learned to manipulate my photos through the tone curves to create a positive image. Why? Maybe because I like to make my life more difficult, but that's how I've learned to manually correct my images. And you can see here I'm just adjusting the color tone curves, the temp, and then the contrast, and they turn out to be pretty good images. It takes a little more work, but honestly I think it's another great process, like shooting manually. Alright, that's my whole photographic process, from shooting to developing and scanning. It is a large process you don't get with digital photography, but in my mind, so much more worth it for that physical nature and the learning, the growth, and the triumph you get from every process involved. For anyone starting film, this may seem like a very intimidating process, but I tell you what, it is worth the struggle and the learning curve. Every day you learn something new. You learn how to make your photos better, and the growth and the progress you see is so much more worth it in my mind. And even when you doubt yourself and you don't like the photos, when you learn in the future, you can always come back to that negative. Maybe it was your scans, maybe it was your editing, who knows? But having that physical format makes it so much better than a file. This experience is due to the physical format of film and the great cameras that are behind it. Extreme photographic quality doesn't have to define a camera. A camera can be amazing just by being portable and easy to use. The XA is wonderful at that. Just having it with me all the time is worth it, and it's worth the cost. Recently I had a birthday where I was able to capture a bunch of shots with my friends. Partly because it's a Aperture priority camera, I was able to just compose real fast and then fire the shutter real quick. It's such a fast camera. Once you get the hang of it, I mean, the light meter in the viewfinder makes it extremely easy to just snap a few shots. I got into film because of cameras like the Olympus XA. For a while, I actually hated photography. I thought it was useless and I could just take photos on my phone. Why would I need another camera? That was because of the nature of digital photography. I just simply didn't like it. It wasn't interesting. It was something I had in my pocket at all times. Why would I stray or strive for something different? But when I got into Polaroids originally, that gave me the spark of physical media. And then I got the RB. I'm a little different in my ways, but that creates art, and I love that. And I also love being able to use an older camera that harnesses a centuries-old process to create modern art and to keep the dream of film alive. So serious. I don't know why, but I've been called to be someone different. Obviously I shoot film, but that's partially because I love physical mediums. A lot of, well, in our digital age, everything is outsourced to digital media. All the movies and TV shows are a click away. Your songs, they're just on the air. And you don't own anything. But with film, you have a physical, tangible copy. That's why I also love vinyl so much. This vinyl is real, it's tangible, and I can play it. And it will probably last quite a while. I have albums that are like 50 years old that can still play. Same thing goes for a recent pickup, a Walkman mini disc player. Albeit digital, but with physical discs that you upload your music onto. In this new age, we're losing physical things, and we have to pull back things of old, essentially, to keep this, keep it breathing, keep it going. there's something that's just more human and innate when you get to feel and look at something that's really real and not just through a screen. I know I have all my negatives copied on digital files, and the only way I get to view them is through a computer screen. But having that physical and tangible sleeve of film is worth more than just a file that can get corrupted. One of the reasons why I named my channel Faith in Film is that film requires a lot of faith. It's just that simple. No, you need faith in your photos, you need faith in your developing, faith in your scanning, and faith in your printing. This you don't get with digital at all. You get to see it in an instant, your results. And if it doesn't pan out, you can take 500 more if you have the memory. With film, you don't even get to see it. You have to wait. And even the fact that you're limited to 36 shots or 10 or 4 if you're doing something like 6x17, or just maybe 1 if you're doing large format. It takes a lot of faith that that photo will pan out the way you want it to. But that exercise in faith is more human and more gratifying than taking 50 photos in an instant. I hope we keep the dream of film alive. In today's world, we give up certain freedoms for comfort. We don't own much of anything anymore, unless you hang on to the ways of old. So I encourage all you guys to stick with these physical things, these things that take time, take money, take faith. And I encourage you guys to keep that faith and to sharpen it. Gold is only refined through fire. Remember that. Thank you guys for watching. I'm grateful for anyone who stayed all the way. And I hope you guys will stick with it. Thanks again, everybody. Leave a like and comment what your favorite photo was. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.